Hi everyone, Tracy Bish here, Stampin' Up Demonstrator in Australia. I'm coming to you really late. I'm actually coming with January's Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial, but my lateness, I am, really trying to catch my tail quite regularly at the moment, but my lateness means that you get a really great deal. So let me share with you the Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial bundle for January. It's using the Wildflower Birthday Suite. This is gorgeous. It's actually one of my favorite suites that we've done in the tutorial bundle for a little while. I think this is just such a cute, beautiful, and it's great for boys and girls. It's a really great tutorial bundle. Now the great thing is, February is the very last month to be able to earn free celebration products. So now's the time to put in your order, get your free celebration products. Any orders in my online store, if you live in Australia, will be receiving January as well as February's tutorial bundle, which February is Floral Delight, and I'm going to have a video really soon for you. I'm going to really try to catch up by the end of this month. But if you place an order, you're going to receive both January and February's tutorial bundles for the Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial. If you spend over $65, I'll also pop in the January and February tutorial bundles for the month. And again, if you spend $100, you're going to get free products through the celebration. Now, this is only available to the 28th of the month, this one here. There's also new products being added, so go over and check out in my online store. You can see all those ones there as well. So it's a really great time to get in and start, even if you stock up on your adhesives, your tools, your cardstock, all those good things, now's the time to do it because you're getting some really great savings. There's 12 great tutorials in this one. I'm actually going to be showing you two because I did two cards for January's tutorial bundle, so I'm excited to share that with you. Let me share with you the suite. Now it's in this beautiful mini catalogue on page, the suite is page 42-43, and I just love it. Birthdays are our main cards that we create, and you've got some great products in this suite as well. And let me just go through the suite a little bit with you. We have the Birthday Celebration Bundle, which has a photopolymer stamp set with 19 stamps. You've got some great sentiments here and a few fill-in pieces. And then the dies have 1 through to 0. You've got the 9 there as well. 1 to 9, and we've got the 0 as well. And then we've got a couple of banners, some tassels, flowers, lots of fun things there with the bundle. The ribbon in this bundle is, let me get a piece of white so you can see that a little bit better. Look how pretty that is. So stunning. This is gold open weave trim, so really nice. 9.1 meters in the roll, so that is the ribbon. We have embellishments. These are called party dots in Pretty in Pink, Pool Party, and I don't know whether they've told us the colour. To me that looks like Melon Mambo, but it's probably, what colour? Peach pie, I would say. It looks a little bit like a peach pie. And this gorgeous DSP. Now what's fun about this TSP is there are also die cuts in it. There are 12 sheets of 12 by 12. And I have actually used some of the pages, so well, this might be a new kit too, because you do get 2 sheets of these die cut pieces. Some great ones there. Then this is specialty paper, so one side has the gold foil, so we've got some cakes, some beautiful stripes. I love this one, very pretty with the gold and Pool Party. And then the opposite side has some leaves, got some more gold foiling with some flowers and leaves, and the other side has soft sea foam in a design. Got some more flowers and leaves, and this beautiful pink gingham. Is that not gorgeous in the Pretty in Pink? And then we have 2 sheets of these great die cut tags as well, and little pieces. So this is a fantastic DSP pack, and we're going to show you how we're going to use this suite and create 2 cards. So let me show you the first card that we're going to create. So we're going to be using all those products. I'm also using the stylish shape dies as well, so that's the only extra thing that we have. Look at this card. Is this not beautiful? Really easy card. There's a couple of different techniques that I'm going to show you in with this card. And actually, let me just share with you the other card that I created. So it's this one here. We're going to be creating this one as well. Okay, so for this card we have a piece of Pool Party cardstock. It's half a piece of A4. I've already pre-scored it. Let's just use our bone folder and make sure that it's nice and sturdy. We have a piece of Blueberry Bushel that's just going to go along the edge. We have a piece of Pool Party that we're going to emboss with an embossing folder. I don't know whether I grabbed that out. We can get that out in just a second. That'll be fine. And then I've got a piece of Pool Party for our sentiment piece here. I'm also going to need some of those die cuts from that DSP pack. So let's bring this one back in. I have a Pool Party cupcake here, so this one here, and I also need that DSP, which is Pool Party this one here as well. So we can cut these down. I'm going to grab out my embossing folder and let me bring it up and show you this one here. So let me go and grab that. I believe I had it out. I'm in the throes of creating some swaps for on stage, and I've signed up for an organised swap. So I'm doing a 3D, a fun fold, sorry, a 3D and a card organised swap, and then I'm still doing just the normal swapping as well. So this is the one that I use, so let's grab that one out. And for the DSP, I'm going to cut it down, but we're going to use the die in that set. So this one here, let me show. I'm actually going to show you how we can make this actually a little bit bigger. To me, that wasn't going to be big enough. I wanted it to be longer, but I do need to cut my DSP piece down a little bit beforehand. And so in the tutorial bundle, there's full color photos. There's also all the instructions and the cutting dimensions. So that will all be there for you, which makes it super easy for everyone. And just going to grab my tutorial. Here it is here. And I probably could have cut this down. That would have probably been a little bit easier. But anyway, that's okay. So I've actually cut it down to 2 1/4 by 4 inches. There we have it. Okay. So we might do our heat embossing first. That is something that I used to always do, a lot of heat embossing. And I noticed, actually, a friend had told me that I hadn't been doing it very often anymore. And I didn't really notice, so that's pretty funny. So I have, in the last little while, really sort of taken it on to make sure that I'm doing a little bit more heat embossing, and actually a few of my swaps have a lot of heat embossing in it, so it's actually taken me quite a while. Just using my embossing buddy to make sure that I've taken any areas off that may pick up my oils in my hands, or pick up that powder that I really don't want it to. And I'm going to bring in my Versamark ink, and in the stamp set I'm going to go with this little row of banners. I'm going to stamp that and emboss it with gold embossing powder, which will look really nice. Gives it that elegance as well. So I'm just going to do a little row up the top here, like so. And I have not long re-inked my Versamark because I've been doing a lot of swaps and a lot of heat embossing, but it could probably do with another one, honestly. So I've stamped that down. Let's bring in our gold embossing powder. I've been working with the white and black for my swaps, which is super fun. I love how much the black just pops off the cardstock. And that embossing buddy does such a great job making sure that we don't have any pieces just stuck anywhere that we don't want them. Okay. So I do have to go and grab my heat embossing just because I've been doing it out in the office. Not too far away. And I'm just going to melt that powder. The hotter it is, the less that it warps your cardstock. So I probably should have waited for it to get a little bit hotter. And the quicker it melts as well, obviously. But I have a bit of a trick if you warp the cardstock, which I can show you. This gold on the pool party is really, really pretty. And if you don't like that warped look, you can actually pop this piece up onto your pool party cardstock and have that extra layer. That will help with that. But if you have an issue with any warping, just heat the other side and that takes out any kinks. It's not so bad. Our card front's ready. Let's pop that to the side. I'm going to now come in and stamp my sentiment. And for that we want the Make-A-Wish, which is a nice decent size as well. Versamark. So how's everyone been? Have you been well? We've had some really hot weather here. And I think come Thursday night, Friday morning, we're going to have a bit of a cool change, which I'm really excited for because it is so hot lately. And yeah, it's only in the 30s, but it's just been awful. I'm not a fan of summer anyway, but I like the cool nights where you can sleep, and we really haven't had much of that either. So I'm going to grab my crimps in here and just hang on to it and melt that powder again. Excellent. We've got our stamping done. I do have to do some dry embossing So we're going to do that next. Let's bring in our big machine, and I have my little strip of Pool Party. I'm going to run that through the embossing folder, and this is a 3D folder. Oops, so I can get rid of that one too. Run this one through with plate number 4 and the base plate. That's all you need for the 3D. And look how good this comes out. Great texture. Okay, and get rid of our plate 4. Put our number 2 on top. Our cutting plate. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take this piece of DSP that we cut down already. I'm going to create our extended die cut. So what I want to do is I want to pop this edge of the die to the very end, and I'm going to run this through, but I don't want to cut to this point here because that will cut the end of the die. So I'm just going to place it in like this. Move him down a little bit, and then I'm going to take my other plate and let's bring it down so you can see it a little bit more. I'm just going to put it like halfway on the die so it'll stop cutting at the edge of this plate. And this is called partial die cutting. A great way of using your dies so they, you get extra length out of your dies. And then all I'm going to do is find the grooves on either side. Pushing it to the end of the piece of DSP. And then again, we only want to cut. Oh, I think I just moved it. Let's see if we can get that again. Go. We want to make sure that we don't cut from here onwards. We don't want that little tail to be cut out. So I'm just going to come back in. As you can see, I've got it right up against here. Let's see if I can move my... Hopefully you can see that. Run that through. And what we're left with is a longer tag than I would have got just straight from the die. So you can do this with any shaped die that you can sort of roll down a little bit further, and that gives you a nice little tag that's a little bit longer. So hopefully, if you haven't tried that before, please give that a go because that's a great technique to use. Okay, so I'm going to just pop this die back. I still haven't found that die that I lost, so I'm still a little bit worried about what I'm doing with my supplies. Okay, so we have all our pieces ready to go. Let's start adding them together. So I'm just going to glue my straight piece of blueberry bushel down, and we're focusing in the middle right up against the edge of the right hand side, like so. We're also going to just adhere down a little embossed piece all the way across, and that goes across your card base. Should put that up a little bit more. There we go. We're going to add some dimensionals to our die cut piece. And I think this card would be fantastic for a boy or a girl. You could certainly change the colors. In the die cuts, there is also a pink cupcake. So maybe if you want to do a pretty in pink card base, that would look really nice. Maybe your coordinating color could be, oh, I don't know, Melon Mumbo or Flirty Flamingo. But these die cuts in the paper are so pretty. And we're going to add that down. And we need to bend cut a little sentiment piece. So I'm just going to cut into the center and then to either side. I would say birthday cards are probably the most crafted card, and we always need plenty for our stash, and this whole suite, especially that DSP, would go a long way in creating some really great cards to get you ready for the year. And I'm also going to pop this up because, you know, we do love a lot of pop-up. Go. And I'm sort of lining that up in the middle. Look at that, so far so beautiful. Now to add a little bit of extra texture to the card, I'm taking this gorgeous ribbon and I'm actually going to roll it together and create a little loop. I think that'll be long enough. So around 5 inches. Let's try rolling that a little bit more. And I'm going to add that to the back of our little die cut. And for that, I'm going to use just some tear and tape for that. Probably the easiest adhesive to adhere it down to the back. So our catalogue's been out for a little while. What does everyone think? Do you love the catalogue? Are you loving the Sale A Bration items? We've just added, well, Stampin' Up's just added new items, which is fantastic. Some have already sold out, which is crazy. So I've just added some dimensionals there to add to the side there and give that a little pop-up. And I'm changing the direction on this one just so he's off to the side. Now that is absolutely gorgeous, but we're not going to finish there. Let's grab some of those party dots and we're going to use the pool party ones to add a few in. That ribbon makes a little bit of a mess when you cut it, but it gives some great texture as well. Okay, so we're going to add a large one and a small one up here, and also another large one down here. So you've got the party dots that you could do a peach pie one or a pretty in pink one. You could use that whole DSP to create, you know, all your birthday cards for the Christmas cards. Oh my goodness. Isn't that just gorgeous? So this is one card out of that bundle tutorial. Let's start with our second one now. Now I do need to grab my second cheat sheet just so I know what I'm looking at, and bring my card in and my kit. Now this uses basic white cardstock as our card base, and I'm just looking at my kit. I do not have my pool party piece, I don't believe. Might be hiding there somewhere. Like I said, I've got like about 12 different projects going on right now. Probably even more actually. It's crazy how much I've got going on, but I had planned to get this done a lot earlier. The video out but it just doesn't happen, so that's okay. So a piece of Pool Party I've just got to grab. Let me see if I can. Is that going to be big enough? There we go. So card base, I have my Pool Party layer. We've also got a few extras here, so some die cutting in gold foil Pool Party, and this is Petal Pink, which is really pretty. And I do need some of that DSP as well, so let's grab that out. This is one of the tags in the set. Right down on the bottom. So this one here, so we're just going to cut that one out as well. So this set you could also use for your scrapbooking needs. You could make some beautiful pages for your birthday scrapbook pages. So I'm just, you can line this up fairly easily. And cut it out. It's also got that beautiful gold foiling, which is so pretty. Perfect, look at that. And you are going to need to just cut down your tag a little bit. So we've got our little edges here, which I'm just going to use my snips to cut off. Super easy. Look at that gorgeous little tag. Okay, so this one is actually going to come together really, really quickly. And to start off with, I'm going to bring in my die cut machine and get our little pieces ready. So in this set there is a couple of these little tassels. So we're going to need those two. And the wonderful stylish shapes. I'm also using one of the circle dies to die cut that one out. And it's the third largest. Yes, third largest. So I'm just going to run these through really quick. This card is super quick to do. And then we'll come back through with that gold foil and do another tassel. So like I said at the beginning of the video, this tutorial bundle, which is the Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial bundle for January, is available on my blog to purchase. You can grab it free just by placing an order this month. And any order, it doesn't have to be a minimum. You'll also receive February's Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial bundle as well. And if you spend $65, you'll get January and February's monthly tutorial bundle. So that'd be 4 tutorial bundles for a $65 spend in my online store this month. If you spend $100, you also get to choose a free celebration item. So lots and lots going on. I feel so bad that I haven't done more videos to talk about Sale A Bration and what's going on, all the different specials that I'm doing, but it's because I'm so far behind that you guys get these specials too. So, you know, that's always fun as well. Okay. We have all our pieces cut and ready to go. We are going to do a little bit of stamping or heat embossing. So I've got my Petal Pink circle die cut. We are going to stamp Hooray and heat emboss that. Oh, where did I put my, there it is. My goodness. So So I do need the Hooray. I'm going to heat emboss this one. So let's bring in that embossing buddy. This is getting a little low. We'll emboss first and then we'll come in with the petal pink ink and stamp our little banner as well. So this is a very, very simple card. But what's really great about the Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial bundles are they are simple cards. They're meant for, you know, beginner level and above, but you don't have to feel that, you know, you have to be a really strong card maker to be able to keep up with the tutorials, which I really like. I think it's nice to cater for beginners, but the cards in the bundles are always really, really pretty, that even if you've been card making for many, many years, you're still going to find inspiration and you're still going to want to create those cards as well. So, and I love that we choose sweets that, you know, everything's sort of there in that sweet that you can use. So we're just melting this gold embossing powder, like so. And then because we've already used that little banner, we're going to use it again. It's got Versamark on it. It is not going to harm my petal pink ink pad in any way. So I'm just going to ink that up and add it to the side there, like so. And then we can start popping this card together. We've got all our elements done. So with our pool party piece, we're going to place everything onto the pool party piece, add our ribbon to it before we pop it down onto our card base, just to make it easy. So I've got our little tag here. Let's add that with some liquid glue. Like that. We're going to pop up our circle piece with some dimensionals. So what has been everyone's favorite Sale A Bration product? I think for me, I really love the fruit salad DSP. I think that is just such a great DSP pack. You know, you can fussy cut out some of those images to create cards. So that's one that I was so happy to see. And I probably haven't used it enough, but I haven't, to be honest, I haven't been crafting as much as I used to, or should, I suppose. But you know, sometimes you get busy with other things, and that's okay as well. So I've just added these down with a glue dot and the gold foil one over the top. Lovely. And then I'm going to add my ribbon here as well. So to do that, I'm just going to fold it over. On the opposite side, I'm going to add some tear and tape. We're going to do the cheaters method and secure that ribbon down. There we go. And this one, I really wanted to just make sure that it's quite rolled around. There we go. And that glue holds that ribbon quite well. If you're worried about it, you can add another piece of tear and tape over the top, which is fine. Let's do that to make sure that we don't have any issues with it falling off. I am actually popping this piece up with dimensionals anyway. So we probably could have just popped a couple of dimensionals down, but that's okay. Let's grab our dimensionals and we can pop this down onto the card base. Now with that first card, I did forget to actually stamp the inside. That's something that I don't always do, but I usually use white card bases because that was a pool party cardstock card base. I really thought we needed to add that layer on the inside, and I'll show you the card with the inside layer. So let's pop that down on the basic white thick card base, and then we're going to take this ribbon again and we're just going to create a little bow. Like so. And I'm going to secure that down with a mini glue dot as well. That will hold it right in place perfectly. All right, and to finish off, let's bring in those party dots again. We're going to add a few of those down. One down here. And a smaller one over here. Now if I'd used the Pretty in Pink, I could have used one of those as well, but I went with that one. And that's our second card. So let me bring in that first card again. Yeah. So this was the inside of the card, and it's the instructions are in the tutorial as well. So we've stamped the Make-A-Wish, heat embossed it, and then stamped in Pool Party with the banners. So there we have it. Let me bring in that tutorial bundle again. Don't forget, placing an order in my online store, use the host code. You'll get lots of free goodies. January's and February's Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial for every order, and you're going to love it. The Floral Delight suite is absolutely beautiful as well, and I'll be bringing a video with that for you very, very soon. But yeah, this is the beautiful Wildflower Birthday Suite. I love it. Now guys, if you've enjoyed today's video, I'd love it if you gave me a thumbs up, left me a comment, and hit subscribe if you haven't done that as well. And yeah, if you would like to purchase this bundle, you can certainly do that over my blog, but get it free if you live in Australia. Now also my team also receive all my tutorials absolutely free, and there's a really great joining special right now with Stampin' Up until the end of February. So as soon as Sale A Bration finishes, this one goes as well. Purchase the starter kit for $169. You get to choose $235 worth of product, and then you get two options. The first option is a choice of 2 of the marker sets. There are 4 to choose from in the 4 color families, and you'll also receive the Handmade Designs stamp set. So a stamp set and 2 of the Stampin' Right markers. Or the option 2 is you get an extra $51 worth of free product. And yeah, you can do that and join my Inky Stampers team. There's also a link in the description if that interests you, but if you'd like to chat to me before purchasing that starter kit, please do, and I would love to chat with you about being a Stampin' Up demonstrator and the great benefits that come with it. Alright everyone, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all really soon, and I'll be back with another one. Alright, bye bye.